So, very warm welcome to OneCricket Exclusives once again. And just like any other week, we have got another very special one alongside me. Today, from the roots of Bengal cricket, he's one of the rising superstars of Indian cricket. From taking a screamer in the sleeps to batting at number three, also he can be a finisher and also he can turn out with the ball in hand on various occasions. Joining me all the way is Ritwik Roy Chowdhury for you. Ritwik da, a very warm welcome. Is it really warm over there in Kolkata or some monsoon showers over there?
A bit of both. Well, thank you first of all for your generous introduction. Um,
Yes.
it is warm, as you said, very humid actually, but the rains. It's nice. It's a nice time of the year. Little difficult for us with all the rains. Not too much of outdoor activity, but
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta enjoy the flow of life.
Yes, absolutely. And Ritik, now this we can say that it's quite an off season for you guys, right? The Vijay Hazare is gone, the Syed Mushtaq Ali is gone, the Ranji Trophy is gone. So what actually are the plannings? The perfect time to gear yourself up. Prepare mentally and physically both.
Yes, physically is this is one time where we can push ourselves, get fitter and stronger before the hectic schedule of the season starts. So yeah, mentally, of course, we're always trying to improve ourselves. But yes, this time that we focus a lot on our physical training. So yeah, that's what's happening mostly. And yeah, we're all waiting eagerly for the rains to go away so that we can get back to doing what we love the most.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I'll rewind you back, a few weeks back, probably Bengal and the Ranji Trophy season this year. It's been an amazing journey, pre IPL, you guys have been doing magnificent. Also, after the quarterfinals, nine half centuries in a match. And then in the semi final, some gritty knock from Shahbaz Ahmed as well as Manoj Tiwari, the experience holder. But in the end, just receiving end of a defeat despite all the good performances. Your key takeaways from this season?
Well, I think we played a fantastic brand of cricket, as you said, in the league stage.
Absolutely.
I thought we lost to a more disciplined team in the semi-finals, and they went on to win the Ranji Trophy, and well deserved also because 4 day cricket, 5 day cricket, especially in the knockouts, it's not flamboyance that counts all that much. It's a grit and being bullheaded, keeping at it, and it's like a battle of attrition, right?
Yeah.
So what we say in India a lot, जो ज़्यादा लगे रहेगा, जो ज़्यादा दम दिखाएगा in all aspects, that team usually comes out on top. Individual brilliance can win you games, but MP was a perfect example of great team effort and their discipline on and off the field. You can well imagine what it's like for them with Chandrakant Pandit as their coach. He has
Absolutely.
his methods, but yeah, he that man knows how to win Ranji trophies, and he's done it yet again. But yeah, credit to the whole MP setup. And my thoughts on the game, as I said, is very simple. They were throughout the course of those 5 days, we did have our noses ahead. Sometimes we did fight back, sometimes, but we were usually a little behind, and they were more consistent. They won more sessions, and yeah, that's why they won the game.
And that's the beauty of
There's
this
a
cricket,
lot to
right?
learn from these. There's a lot to learn from these games for sure. So hopefully we'll come back smarter and stronger next time.
All right. And as you mentioned about the discipline of MP, Madhya Pradesh, and there have been, if you look at the last few years in the domestic circuit of Indian cricket, Bengal has been one of those teams like who has been consistently making the knockouts, right? If you speak about the 2019 Ranji Trophy finals, going in the finals, the Syed Mushtaq Ali, then also over here in the Ranji Trophy. But if you look at the champion sides like Himachal Pradesh, like Madhya Pradesh. So these teams have been exceptionally well in particular formats, but not overall. But for Bengal, things have been overall it has been very good. But in the knockout stages, there's been something lacking, perhaps. So what are your views on this?
Well, that's great. Number one, that new teams are winning trophies.
Yes.
That's good for our cricket. And as far as Bengal is concerned, I honestly believe, not because I'm Bengali and I'm biased and I happen to be part of the team, we genuinely are a very solid team across formats. Yes,
Absolutely.
we don't have as many trophies to show for our efforts and our quality. I believe we are really up there when it comes to our ability individually and as a team, as a cricket team. So, of course, runners up and then semi-finals two times back to back. Of course, COVID was one gap year, but that's a good signs for Bengal cricket. It's on the right path, if I may say. But this by the middle of this decade or towards the end of the 2020s, I would really like to have. We would really love to have rather many more trophies in our cabinet, and we are good enough. I believe we really are. The team to beat in. We can be the team to beat in all formats.
Absolutely.
So I have that belief in our ability, but it's a combination of many things. Just ability doesn't do it. A lot of good preparation, a lot of smart application on the day, discipline off the field, whatever it takes. It takes. I can't just say one thing or two things or a few things. It's a combination of many things, but more importantly, the self belief, belief in each other that we can do this. And if you think that and you strive towards that common goal together, the rest will fall in place. Your intensity at practice will go up. You'll train differently. You'll think differently. You'll eat, sleep, everything. You'll just be on a different bubble altogether. No more of bio bubbles, please. Hopefully, but in a cricketing bubble. So
Yes.
yeah, if I talk in detail, I can just go on and on. But I guess I am being able to translate the
Absolutely.
essence of what I'm
Yes.
thinking. It's a combination
Absolutely.
of many things, and Bengal cricket very much is on the right path. And I believe that by 2025, the three formats that we play, we should win all the three formats at least one by 2025. That is a very
Absolutely.
realistic goal that I have kind of set in my head. I'm sure my teammates are thinking along the same lines. We'll, of course, discuss this in our preseason camps. We'll do whatever is necessary, as I said, whatever it takes, because we are good enough and we just need to play close to our potential on a consistent level, consistent basis. And I'm sure the results will follow. We will definitely set our goals, but at the same time, you gotta just one day at a time enjoy the process and not think about the outcome. So
Yeah.
we'll do the needful for sure, and I'm very hopeful and optimistic about the results Bengal cricket team will bring about in the next few years.
Yeah, absolutely. If I take an example of Rohit Sharma and his century in England, right, very recently, everyone was telling that he's really batting very well, very superb. He's almost there as near a century, and certainly did come right after those good performances. It seems quite similar with Bengal cricket. They're playing good, they're doing every sort of things possible, but in the end, something's lacking, and it feels that it's very near. The trophy are very, very near. So that's what I can tell.
Sure, sure. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So Ritwik, speaking about your few super class knocks, in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy this year, the quarterfinals against Karnataka, uh, 20 runs required from the last six balls. You and Akash Dev at either ends of the 22 yards, and then you play some amazing knocks. And I'm sure I've heard about it, about such knocks also in those tournaments which hasn't been telecasted, right? There goes on a lot of tournaments like this, so what was your mental preparation at that point of time, like when you know that it's a very what can I say, a very like a very important moment, right? And also you bite your nails while doing so.
See, honestly, to begin with, I was very calm. In any situation, if it's a tough situation, a calm head over my shoulders is my best friend.
Absolutely.
That I know that it works for me. So that was the beginning. And when I'm calm and I'm silent and I'm just shant, as they say, in within me there's just a lot of how can I put this, a lot of, let's say, positive chain reactions which take place. I just know that this is possible. At that time I knew this is possible. If you're chasing 15 plus in the last over, the first two balls usually are important. So I just knew that a calm head over my shoulders is going to be my best friend. So I was just breathing nicely, focusing on my breath. Once I saw the field set and who was bowling, and while tapping my bat, I just focused on, as I said, one more deep breath, and this is just focused on watching his hand closely and watching the ball closely. And uh, as you said, we played a lot of practice games and other tournaments where I faced similar situations, where I played similar shots, where there was pressure of chasing or setting a target or a good bowler bowling at you. So the white ball preparation that we had, starting from the indoor, because of monsoon, we were stuck at CAB indoor
Yes.
for a long time. Then the practice matches we played, the Baiju's tournament that we played,
Bengal. Yes. T20
everything,
challenge.
yeah, everything put together, the tournament and the practice matches, and the preparation that we were doing, and the game plans that I was formulating and practicing almost every day in the nets, open nets, match practice. At that time, the quarterfinal game, last over 20, it was telecasted. I almost pulled it off, so people got up and took notice. But as I said, it was no fluke. Yes, the situation was tough. I never wanted to leave 20 runs in the last over. The 18th and 19th over went really well for them. They gave only 13
Yes.
runs. So I wanted to keep below 15 in the last over, But anyway, 15 ho, 20 ho, the first two balls were important. I won those first two balls, and we had no business losing that game after that. One ball, one run. After that overthrow, whatever happened once again. I think the only reason we lost that game is because at that moment in time, uh, Karnataka pulled through simply because they're more used to winning than we are. Simple as that. It
Yes.
might sound harsh, but that was the truth. We lacked presence of mind. We lacked whatever, and no one ever will forget that game. But for the wrong reasons, we
Absolutely.
should have won that game. But hopefully, that lesson will help us win many such more games in the future, and we'll eventually, hopefully, win more trophies.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd also like to take you back. I'm being a little harsh towards you. I know you don't want to remind those days, but in the super over, you were at the non-strikers end, right? And you didn't get to face even a ball like that. It happens in cricket. Things as such can happen. But how did that feel at that point of time?
I should have just put my head down, foot down, whatever you call it, and taken strike. It was a mistake. And yeah, as I said, presence of mind we lacked includes me also. I might have
Absolutely.
almost pulled it through. I might have played a good innings, but it wasn't enough because at that moment in time, I lacked presence of mind. A, it shouldn't have gone into the super over. B, I should have taken strike in the super over. So yeah, we let's just say it was a mistake. We paid for it, and hopefully, like always, as I say, learn, move forward, smarter, and yeah, make new mistakes. Don't make the same silly errors. And
Same
so
as.
that will be the same attitude. Yeah, absolutely. It was a
Yeah.
mistake. Accepted. I had no business being at the non-strikers end, and only I am to myself to blame for it.
All right. Hrithik, now talking about your role in the Bengal cricket team, on various occasions, we have seen you bat at number five, number six, as a finisher. And also on some days, we have seen you come up the order and bat at three. So, what actually is your role? Like, you have been also handy with the ball in hand, right? So, what has been the advice from the skipper as well as from the management?
Ball in hand, I haven't yet bowled for the senior team. Yes, at the under 23
Yes.
level, I did pretty well. I hope to contribute as a bowler as well this coming season. As far as roles are concerned, see, if you're batting at number three in Ranji Trophy, you have to face the new ball, moving ball. So your approach will be slightly different to than that. I made my debut for Bengal as a middle order batsman before
Yeah.
getting hurt and going in for knee surgery. So see, I always believe that being a versatile batsman is one of my biggest strengths and always will be. And I thought I did a fair job at number three facing the new ball. And I got starts, shouldn't have gotten out to, I got out to spinners in both innings against Hyderabad after facing the new ball. And that was, I think, it's one of the most, I think, the worst feeling getting out at 30s and 40s for a cricketer. It's horrible feeling. So anyway, the positive was I did play the new ball and I did, play through the new ball, but you have to adapt. Name of the game is adapting. Whether you're batting at 5, 6 or number three, whether you're playing a particular format, you have to adapt as quickly as possible as a bowler, as a batsman. Whoever does that better, who will, be a better player, I guess. So not only to different positions and formats, to conditions and wickets and whatever. It's the name of the game. Adjustment, adapting.
Yes.
I think it's the name of the game in life also. Cricket to khub choto jinish.
Exactly.
It's a small thing. So yeah,
Exactly.
as far as my role is concerned, my role is to score runs for the team when I bat, save runs for the team when I'm fielding, take wickets when I'm bowling, or not give batsmen easy runs when I'm bowling. So these are the basics. Whether I'm batting at three, whether I'm bowling with the new ball or after 50 overs, or whether I'm bowling the last over or the first over, or fielding at point or deep extra cover, it's very simple. I believe in keeping things simple. At number three, the ball will move. Keep your hands close to the body. If you have a flick or a cut, go for it. When the ball is older, or if you're batting in the middle order, maybe you can afford to play a little bit on the rise. You never know. So, intent for scoring runs should always be there. That regardless of batting at three or five or six. So there are a few minor adjustments, few differences, few similarities. We've played enough cricket to know what to do when. It's just a question of being in good headspace so that you can replicate your skills to the best of your ability as consistently as possible. It all might sound like a lot, but it's really all quite simple. It's not easy. Nothing is easy, but simple. So simple rakne se, I think it's the less complicated you keep batting and bowling and things like this, the better you will be. It's easier said than done. The higher you go, but we play the game because we enjoy it, right? So if you complicate anything, if you have a lot of fun dancing, but you do a complicated dance move, it might feel like, oh,
What
okay.
is the guy
But
doing?
then, yeah, if you just do a simple dance step with a lot of intensity and good execution, you'll feel good while doing it. It will look good also, and then everyone else will also enjoy it. So it's like that. Just keep it simple. Stick to your basics. Stick to your strengths, and more often than not, if you enjoy your cricket, you will play good cricket.
Okay, so Ritik, now very recently there had been a whirlwind of newses, regarding Bengal cricket. The firstly being Arun Lal, one of the revered coaches, stepping down from his position. So how much of a how much of a miss will be that for Bengal cricket at the moment? Because when he came into the side, like in the team, in the management, like there's been a massive amount of changes, as everyone can notice it, right? So, what, as a cricketer, what are your thoughts?
See, Lalji is going to be there for Bengal cricket till he is alive. He absolutely loves us, all of us. He has the best interest of Bengal cricket at heart. We can go to him for advice. We're all like his children. We can go to him for advice anytime. He's just a phone call away. So he's always there as a well wisher. He may not be, coach
Officially?
any longer because
Yeah,
of because he's close to 70 and it's really quite hectic. So I totally understand his
yeah,
decision.
absolutely.
At the same time, how it's going to affect Bengal cricket, I really don't know. We'll find out. But we know very well that all the players, my teammates, me included, we know very well what's needed of us. And regardless of who's the coach and who the support staff is, we will have a lot of single minded focus and dedication towards achieving our individual goals and team goals. So nothing's going to change that, regardless of Lalji being there or not being there. And how it will affect, we'll only have to wait and watch. But I'm pretty confident that Bengal cricket is only going to go one way from here, and that is upwards.
Absolutely. And also the other one, Rithiman Saha, who has given a lot to Bengal cricket, right? But once again, I do understand the fact that there were a lot of situations when he wasn't available for Bengal cricket due to national duties. But once again, he has got an NOC to Tripura, and so he must be a great miss for you guys, right?
Yeah, you can't substitute Ridhiman Saha. At the same time, we have enough talent in Bengal to,
Yeah. Abhishek Paurel also is really doing good.
yes, yeah, absolutely. Abhishek is a very talented youngster. I hope he keeps growing and going from strength to strength. So, of course, we'll miss Papalida, but at the same time, he's also one. I know him personally well enough to know that he wants us to do well. He wouldn't want Bengal. He would only want the best for Bengal cricket. Of course, his presence would have been invaluable. But just like Lalji, I know for all of us, Ridhida is just a phone call away. And if we ever need him to, for us to share, if we ever need him to share his experiences with us or whatever advice he can give or whatever thing, he is always there for us. And yeah, physically, of course, we'll miss him. But at the same time, the youngsters get an opportunity to showcase what they've got, and we have some fantastic youngsters, wicketkeeper batters, and even just players in general. So good for them. And yeah, let's see how things go. I'm very enthusiastic about our chances with these youngsters who are going to come in.
All right. So yeah, before Rithiman Saha, like now he'll be representing some other state, right? So was there any kind of a huddle or something, before he went off, any group huddle, between you guys, the closer ones?
He played, no, he played last for in the Mushtaq Ali. After that, he didn't come back into the setup. We didn't meet. But of course, we were in touch. He used to message us when we played well, or just we used to exchange
All
some
right.
messages. But that's always going to be there. As I said, he's always there, a phone call away. He's very prompt with his messaging to us, and so no huddle and all as such. But we are constantly in touch and always will be.
Okay, so Ritwik, now if you look at the Ritwik Roy Chowdhury a few years back and the Ritwik Roy Chowdhury at the current scenario, so there is a massive body transition, that has taken place in you. I do understand that fitness is very very important with respect to any sports. So what actually motivated you to take up and when did you realize that you need to work on your fitness more?
It was around 12 years old when I started taking cricket seriously. Then I saw a few of the guys who used to play with me and similar, like close to my age. And
Yes.
I said, Ki, if I have to play seriously, I have to change this. And I used to get tired very easily. And,
All right.
I could just hit the ball hard. That's about it. But you needed more than that to make it,
Yes.
to go through the ranks in cricket. So yeah, fitness, as you said, now so it's even more important with the amount of cricket that is being played at the highest level. There's really no off season, and so yeah, what motivated me was the love for the game. I was happiest while playing cricket, and so I had to. It kind of all fell in place. If you decide to do something and you put your head to it, you will definitely get it done. And physical fitness was actually now that I look at it, it's actually the easy part. So there are many more things that are tougher to deal with. The physical part is the easier part, and
Absolutely.
eating healthy came to me pretty soon. My work ethics improved, my discipline, my time management, everything. I just became more disciplined once but definitely physical training, ka jo good habit I started, it definitely helped me in more ways than one. My energy levels were better. I used to study better. My time management was better. I used to wake up early, feeling energetic, and yeah, it's even if I wasn't a cricketer, I'm sure at some stage I would have paid importance to physical fitness because it helps you in like more ways than one. Not just as a
Absolutely. Spot
professional
on.
athlete.
Yes. So, Ritik, now if we take back you to those days, I think it was 4 to 5 years back, right? When you made your debut in the in the Bengal setup, right? Under the leadership of
The
Lakshmi
T20
Nardan
debut,
Shukla. Absolutely. The
yes,
T20 debut.
yes.
Yes.
That was
Under Lakshmi Nardan Shukla.
2015,
15. Yes.
2015 February or March or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, your emotions at that moment, you were very, very young at the moment, when you received the cap. So, what was the emotions like? And even the game was a nail biter.
Oh yes, it was. I was now that I look back at my 20-year-old self, I laugh at it because I was just so people mature pretty. I matured pretty late, like relatively late. I'll be
Okay.
honest. At that time, I was just too much full of energy, and it got the better of me. Actually, I hit a great second ball, fourth ball. I got out trying to hit a similar shot. On the field, I was very energetic, but I think I run out bhi kiya tha, but I was just so like excited. Being enthusiastic is great, but
About
I
the
was
turnout.
excited. Little
Okay.
over. No, 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 not
It's
about the run out.
overwhelmed.
Just in general,
All
not
right.
overwhelmed exactly. I was just overexcited. So that
Okay.
doesn't help. Enthusiasm is great. Excitement can get the better of you sometimes. So that's what I think I was at that stage. We won the game. There was no doubting my effort. I put everything I had on the field. It was a hot day in Cuttack, and we won a close game. And it was fun. It was fun. I definitely could have done things differently, but again, no regrets. I learned and yeah, moved forward better, smarter, stronger, hopefully.
All right. So you've got the Bengal cap, a few years back. Now we are just hoping for the India cap and the IPL cap, right? Hopeful that is very, very near.
Yes, yes. All in good time.
Yeah, okay. So Hrithik, now there must be in a cricket field. There's always banters going on, right? So there in Bengal cricket, it can't happen that there hasn't been any kind of banters or funny moments. So can you share a few funny banters that has really happened and someone could burst into laughter?
I can't. I can't remember any particular thing, but we have certain some characters in our team. My God, if Akash and Mukesh, for example, they can
Yes.
really make you laugh if they choose to. But them together, like together, both of them are really they can be funny. Then Shabazz can be funny too if he chooses to. And anyone, even the captain, Abhi also has. If he's in the mood, he can really make you laugh. As I said, can't remember anything in particular, but even the seniors, yeah, like Rukuda, Manojda, they all indulge themselves in fun and banter with us, and it's great fun. Lalji also, as a coach,
Somewhere.
बहुत उनके पास तो बहुत ज्यादा किस्सा है. My goodness, if I start talking about what all he's told us, you'll go mad. But anyone and everyone, depending on who's in the mood, कोई ना कोई responsibility ले लेता था to make everyone laugh and go to the extent that our stomachs and cheeks used to pain. So yeah.
Okay, so we'll listen a few more about the cricketers, in our next segment. But before that, I've got a last question, a few more
Hmm.
actually, and that is, Hrithik, as you mentioned about your knee surgery, like your knee injury, to be very honest. Uh, like the injuries come and they do wonders also to various cricketers, right, to various athletes. But coping up with that injury is something very very difficult, and you need that mental preparation. Right. So what actually was it like when you knew that you have hurt yourself and you need to have a rest and you're gonna miss tournaments? So what was it like? How what it went through you and how you did cope up with it?
Yeah, no one likes it. Wasn't easy at all, but I just always think whatever happens for a reason, happens for the best. I used that time. I was very involved in my rehab. Second time round, I've had two knee surgeries in 2 years. The second time round, lockdown also happened, so rehab also got a little affected by that. But physically, the second time surgery is easier. You know exactly kind of what to expect, the pain and this, and the rehab is going to take time. So
Yes.
I was more ready for it. But when I
All
got
right.
hurt the second time, I was really kind of on top of my game after my debut. I was batting really well in the next game on a turning wicket at Nagpur when I got hurt. I was feeling great about my game, confidence about the way I was moving, middling the ball, regardless of where I'm playing and who I'm playing against. It's a feeling which I can't explain in words, but it was emotionally tough for me the second time. Physically, it was not very tough at all. Later stages of rehab, I had some issues which we dealt with, and I came back better. But yeah, emotionally it was tough because I was missing out on games where I could have actually played well. And but anyway, I recovered from that pretty quickly. I focused on my rehab, okay, but also a lot of time was spent on reading books and getting better at my self mastery, if you can call it. I remember
All
Novak
right.
Djokovic calls it self mastery. The internal world. The internal world is the challenge. The physical world is always going to be there, and it's an uncontrollable. It has good things, it has vices, it has illusions. Yes, whatever it has to offer, Mother Nature and whatever the physical world has to offer, we should of course enjoy it and all. But the challenge is to keeping the internal world in equanimity. And you can, of course, people must have heard meditation and this and that.
Absolutely.
So I mean, to each their own. I really don't like using too much of these terms, meditation and these that technique, this technique. But getting to know myself better, my internal world better, how much I can control myself in various ways better. um, Information, a lot of information on that, in terms of books and podcasts. And you know I mentioned Novak Djokovic, also other champions also in their field, what they have to say, how they live their life, what do they do about how do they take one day at a time, what do they do in one single day, how much importance they give to their routines and habits. So those things are something I looked into. I had some exams also which I had to clear. So I had enough things to do. But the main thing I did was to get better at self mastery. And yeah, rehab also, I was very much more involved because 2 surgeries in 2 years. I told myself, yeah, I can't go about it the same way I did the last time. So I was more specific, more hell bent on attention to detail. So yes, ये सब करते करते I also got fit. COVID went away
Time
slowly.
passed,
Again
right?
came back second wave, which was horrible. So honestly, it was fine because also I must mention I had a great support system in terms of not only my physio and doctors and my family also. So
Absolutely.
no complaints at all because as I said, whatever happens happens for a reason, happens for the best. That's how I saw it. Hence, I just wanted to make the best use of my time. That will never change. My attitude will always be to be grateful for so many things I have to be grateful for. I can't even name them. So one day at a time, give it your best and forget the rest.
All right. So now we'll move to our next segment, and that is the rapid fire segment. I've got a few questions for you, and after that,
Oh
we have
God.
another last segment where you need to. I'll tell you a few names, and you need to tell me what does it strike at first in your mind, after you hear the name. But
Oh,
firstly, the rapid fire segment, right? Okay.
ठीक है.
So here the first question: a century at Lords or a fifer in an IPL final?
Both, hopefully.
No,
How
only
can I
one you
answer
need to
that?
choose.
If it's a century at Lords, it means usually if it's a test century at Lords, definitely.
Obviously, I mean Test century.
Yeah, test century at Lords would, yeah, yes, I think I'd go for
Okay.
that.
Difficult bowler you've ever faced?
Oh, in the nets or in a match?
Both.
Oh, I hate facing Mukesh Kumar on a seaming wicket. Everyone actually hates facing Mukesh Kumar, but I think I'll have a. If and when I ever face Jasprit Bumrah, I think that he'll be tough.
Okay. One rule that you would like to change in cricket?
There are quite a few actually, but I think it will take away the drama. But if someone hits the stumps, if a fielder hits the stumps and it still goes for overthrow, I find that quite unfair.
Okay.
So if it hits the stumps, it should be a dead ball. But again, it might take away the drama.
Yes, yes, absolutely. A bowler from the past you would like to face in the Nationals? From the past.
Yeah, easy. Shane Warne.
Okay, it's spin. So, what is a cheat diet for Ritwik Roy Chowdhury?
Anything to do with chocolate and usually a chocolate cake, I think.
Okay. The funniest banter you've been a part of?
It was probably in a club game where I can't go into details, but a club game involving two senior cricketers. Details only when I'm not on camera.
All right.
Yeah, it was, and I was right there in the middle. I was batting with someone, and the bowler and him went at each other. My teammate who was batting with me, he won that battle, not only in sledging but also the cricket battle. He hit 4 sixes in the over, and it was funny and serious at the same time. And I had the best seat in the house.
Cool. You wake up to realize you are Shahbaz Ahmed. What do you do first?
I'd probably eat a lot of eggs and go to the gym.
Is that what he does?
No, he doesn't. He should. He needs some.
All right.
He'll become Mr. India after this. But jokes apart, Shahbaz, when I saw him after the IPL, I told him that he looks better and healthier and stronger. So I hope he keeps that going because he is a priceless part of our team with both bat and ball and his cricketing brain in general. So I hope he keeps himself healthy and fit all the time because we would
Yeah,
need much more of his services.
When I had once interacted with Shahbaz Ahmed, I had asked him like, who is a cricketing nerd, and what he had to do was he took your name, Ritwik Roy Chowdhury. So now this is what you have to tell him about him, right?
Yeah, he's not wrong. But even Abhimanyu, Raman, and I, three of us, we're good friends also. All three of us are nerds in different ways with regard to cricket and everything. So Raman is Times of India. He knows everyone and everything. Abhimanyu is a sharp cricketing brain and also has a lot of information about. He's played so much cricket all across the country. He knows
Absolutely.
almost all cricketers, what they do, this and that. And me also, I can be a nerd when it comes to anything and everything if I choose to be. So cricket, I can be a nerd sometimes. Yes, he's not wrong.
So the next question: who is the best in table tennis in Bengal?
Riddhida and I.
Oh, really?
Our Gautam Shom Jr., who was our under 19 coach, he was also very good. Joydeep Mukherjee, our director of operations,
Yes.
he's a high percentage player. He's not bad. But I think, yeah, me and Riddhida, any day. I'm more attacking. Riddhida is more
Defensive.
collected and
Okay.
not defensive. He's a little more, calm. And once though we were doubles partners, we were unbeatable. Like that was very unfair on the others. No one got close.
I see. I see. I wish I could have had the best seat in the house then.
Yeah, Riddhida and I would be a good singles matchup.
Okay. So one who you would avoid to have for a long flight journey.
In our team,
Yes.
anyone and everyone is okay. No problems.
Okay. So biryani feast with Abhishek Raman or a kebab treats with Abhimanyu Iswaran?
Neither. I've had enough with both of them.
You need to choose either one. Okay. So
Raman,
you
Biryani.
okay. Who's likely to win in an arm wrestling match between Akashdeep and Kaif Ahmed?
Ooh, I'll probably. Oh, Kef is very strong. Akash is also a great athlete.
Yeah,
Arm
that's the
wrestling.
question.
Oh God. For some reason, I don't know why I'm saying this. I'll support Kef.
Okay. All right. So we move to our last and final segment, and I have got a few names in my mind. And when I say the name, all you need to do is that you need to tell me what comes in your mind first after you hear the name. Right. So here we go.
Okay.
Abhimanyu Iswaran,
Solid.
uh, Anushtup Majumdar.
Solid as in solid is in solid in
Okay.
solid player.
All right. Anushtup
Yeah.
Majumdar.
Classy player. Class. He's very natural,
Ishan,
very classy.
Ishan Podal.
He's fun.
Fun to be with. Abhishek Raman.
Brother.
Shehbaz Ahmed.
Fantastic cricketer. Funny guy.
Okay. Abhishek Podal.
Talented. Gifted.
Mohammad Shami.
Special.
Kanishk Seth.
Again, I think he's the first thing. If you say Kanishk, I've seen him since under 16 days, and I always believed he has a lot of genuine cricketing ability. I really hope he does justice to it.
Wriddhiman Saha.
Bhalo Manush, like nice guy, gentleman, like one of the nicest guys you can come up with.
And lastly, and Ritwik Roy Chowdhury. About yourself.
Really don't, nothing comes to mind. I need a haircut. That's what's coming to mind. I need a haircut. That's what's coming to mind, honestly. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow.
All right. So Ritwik, with that, we come to the end of this session. And we'll, before we end things off, right, I've got a last thing, a message for the young guns, who must be, there must be quite young guns, who wishes to play for Bengal cricket, the state level with national colors. So you have come across some paths, and so what would you, as a brother, advise them, for any young guy, what should be the do's and what should be the don'ts?
Work hard with a lot of honesty and sincerity, because at the end of the day, you can lie to anyone and everyone, but you can't lie to yourself. So at the end of the day, if you can, look in the mirror or put your hand on your heart and say, I gave it everything that I had, you should be content and go to sleep in peace. That's all really. That's what I've been taught, that God doesn't want you to be the best. He wants you to do your best. So do your best every single day. Very rarely will you feel like you have, but that's what should keep you going. Every day you want to do better. Raise your standards every single day. Be honest, be nice, be kind to others, to yourself also, and just enjoy God's greatest gift, that is life. Be grateful no matter where you come from, what you have, what's going for you, what's not going for you. Just be happy, content, and every day show up like it's your last. Ja do mache shab lageda.
All right. So this is the message from Ritwik Roy Chowdhury. Every young guns watching this video, make sure to subscribe this channel and share it among your friends. And yes, wishing all the very, very best for Ritwik Roy Chowdhury and his future endeavors. Hoping to see him in the IPL as well as in Indian colors soon. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.